Laura outfit. Kind of looks like what a lawyer would wear. But that being said, it's gonna be an interesting matchup because we got Balrog, who has
Round
pretty
one.
solid mix-ups.
Fight.
The queen of mix-ups
My pass on that. It's the overhead.
Round two. Fight.
Man, the strength of Laura. She has muscle. She makes up for possibility for Caesar to come back, but
Final round.
Right off the bracket.
Fight.
You're always left guessing.
Laura wins.
That man was holding court. I think he's holding up. His flight simulator controller, whatever it was, that man was holding up. He was scared. He didn't want to get command grabbed and dust. Caesar timed all of his buttons right. And
Round one. Fight.
Laura can play that really well. Beautiful corner carry.
Yeah, and that was such a good little conversion from the third hit of that string there.
Nice neutral jump, mistimes it slightly though. Ooh, good blocks from Jay Caesar.
Yes, that was some good patience.
Beautiful V reversal as well. I'm gonna say V reversal is a fantastic tool to combat against some very heavy pressure, and if timed well, Balrog can definitely put that pressure out there. So
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, it's just, Balrog is so offensively heavy in this game, not so strong defensively. So, like, anytime you get to curb his momentum, his enthusiasm, I mean, that only helps you, especially when your character historically does well against Balrog.
absolutely, this is match point for Jay Caesar. But again,
Oh, geez.
Monbro proving that he's not going to go down without a fight, backing off a bit, giving Jay Caesar some space. Oh.
And this is Balrog, the crazy buffalo, so anything can happen.
Nice challenge. Oh, misses the throw.
Oh man.
Ooh, good crush counter. This is gonna be hard. The activation overhead. Good blocks from Monroe.
Oh, the trade there. Oh no, that's gonna be it.
Oh!
No.
EX, is that not quite enough? Gets thrown. That's a rough spot to be in for Monroe, and that moves Jay Caesar on further into the bracket.
You know, I kind of heard from a farmer the other day. He said, I can't tell if I'm breeding pigs or not because that was a lot of slop. And unfortunately, Jay Caesar is more well versed around pigs because, man, he went through that slop very well. You know, Monroe just wanted to check. He wanted that stand, I kicked, you know, to make sure that Caesar was staying still. But in this case, nope. Caesar takes it, moves on forward to the bracket.
And speaking of takes and moves, make sure you guys make a good take and check out Juicy Game Night. We've got Street Fighter V and Tekken on Tuesdays. I believe we have Dragon Ball Z and Tekken as well on Wednesdays. I had to think about what the other game was. And of course, check out Florida Caliber. You can join them on their Discord. And make sure you go follow, support, love, like, everything in between for Juicy Game Night. Also, check out the Ultimate Marvel versus Parsec 3 with twitch.tv/Tampa Never Sleeps every Friday at 7:30 p.m. Always gotta love Marvel. When's Marvel? Every Fridays. What was that?
It's always good with Marvel.
It's always good with Marvel.
Year.
And again, please make sure to go support, love, like Juicy Game Night, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, everything in between.
You know, here's gonna be my first, Father, for I have sinned. My first dirty confession was, I have not played Marvel 3 really, but I was actually looking at Marvel 3 videos on YouTube today. There's my dirty sin. I was looking. I was like, I saw some video that referenced Phoenix Wright, and I was like, oh yeah, that character was really fun to see do work. Like, I also remember who it was that played that character at a high level. I Heart Justice, and then he was playing somebody, and there was a Thor, and I was like, wait a second, Thor was in this game? I totally forgot. And then I looked at like Thor highlights, all 3 of them. So yeah, it's a. I haven't spent much time playing the game, but it is such a beautiful game to watch.
Yeah. What's not beautiful though is Chun-Li in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. We don't talk about those dark days.
Don't make me cry. This is actually moving way faster than I thought.
And Flexus with the low blows early on. The bracket just started, folks. But yeah,
gotta hit those blows just like Monroe does.
Yeah. I'm trying to get the score between Shadow Prince and Dark Guys because we will have the winner of that fight, Alex Dot on stream. But I'm trying to get a response, and neither of them are telling me the score. I see GG's in the Discord, but what happened? Who won? Oh, never mind. They're still playing. Alright, we'll just put something else.
Okay. So, interesting fact. So, this will be Shade Prince's first time playing in the bracket, and I forgot where he was from, but he's from Alabama. He actually either put me in the losers or he eliminated me from like one of the Street Fighter League qualifiers last year. That's how I remembered the name. I was like, man, this Chun-Li's good. How come I never heard of him? And then people are like, yeah, man, the Shade Prince guy is pretty good. So I'm excited to see him this week, and I'm sure Lexus, you're excited to see some really good Chun action because man,
Always.
he plays. I've played into him recently. Very, very solid Chun player. So we're probably going to see, maybe going to see that later tonight.
Always. Absolutely. If there's one thing I love about Street Fighter, it's Chun-Li. It's always Chun-Li.
We'll have Shadow Ace versus Shinakuma then on stream.
Ooh, so we got 2 old school, I guess you could say old school now, Street Fighter 4 players. We got the famous the king of demon flips himself, Shinakuma, against, leader of the Ed Nation. And I always refer to Shadow Ace as this because it's true, as a dirty Forte player, because that's what he is. There's no clean Forte players. Don't kid yourself, guys.
Yeah, we got Shadow Ace 50 versus Shinakuma level 2, or just Shadow Ace versus Shinakuma up next on deck. Very excited to see these 2 play. Big fan myself of Shadow Ace's Ed, that's for sure, and that's gonna be a fun matchup. We've seen him do some, and I'm gonna use the word beautiful, some beautiful work with his Ed. He's done really solid job in the past brackets, so I want to see him do really well again. I'm excited to see this Ed action, assuming he picks Ed, of course.
And not only that, is Shinakuma, at least in the local region of Florida, has been a legend of pulling upsets or comeback factor. And he's recently gotten better internet so he can participate in these online tournaments. So I would love to see what he has to go for this bracket.
Yes, very good point. This man, he went to the Spectrum office and said, I need faster internet for Street Fighter 5. Not for work, not for social media, but for Street Fighter 5. That's dedication, if I've ever heard of it.
Absolutely. It's going to be an interesting pick. Well, obviously, we have an idea or an inclination that Shadow Ace is probably going to go with the Ed match. But what are we going to see from Shin Akuma? Are we going to see an Akuma, stay true to the name?
Yeah, I don't. There's a good reason why you won't see any other character than Akuma, because no other character in this game has demon flips. And Shin Akuma, I'm friends with him and all, so I get the rag on him just a little bit. He's a really good player, but he plays a very signature style of Akuma.
And
It gets him a lot of results.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting matchup between, oh. Oh no.
We're gonna
Something
were we
break
gonna
on
see
my end?
were we gonna see a one player game there? Because it's already to
Something
start,
like
and
that.
then it was just gonna be Shin Akuma like running around training stage.
Right.
Oh,
Well, we can talk a little bit too about this kind of matchup. If we're seeing, we'll make the guess. If we're seeing Akuma versus Ed, what are some key points that you expect for both characters? I mean, obviously we know Ed doesn't have an overhead, so that's going to be a huge disadvantage for him. Ed also doesn't have a ton of tools to keep him to negate Akuma from being in the air. But again, what is your opinion on this sort of matchup?
well, an easy way to think about it is you see this character Ed on a lot of lower end of tier lists, and Akuma at the very top end. So that kind of, when you see that discrepancy, that kind of gives you a clue. But sometimes there are matchups where a good character loses to a really bad character. But in this case, Akuma is just so good. Like, he can stop Ed from coming in. But the one thing I think we're gonna have to see is sorry. Can Shadow Ace stop demon flips? In question.
It all comes down to the demon flip.
I mean, Shin Akuma is the master. He has been demon flipping people since 2009. That's like 11 years right there of just demon flips.
Now, mind you, too, we both have we have two players here that are very comfortable with their character. Obviously, we also know that Ed may not be as commonly picked as Akuma, and so we have to combat whether or not, or we have to take into consideration, I should say, whether or not Shin Akuma is going to be able to know how to combat Ed. Because obviously, on the flip side, more Akumas means more exposure, means more knowledge per se of the matchup. So it may come down to just a match of knowledge. Oh.
Alright, looks like Shadow Ace is having a little problem with the invites. So,
Oh.
but we'll get him in soon. Luckily, no issues with internet or anything.
Yeah. Alex, you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I just wanted to be sure I didn't have an issue with my audio because Jox is a little quiet right now.
Yeah,
Oh, Jox got to reset. No worries, I'll take over.
that's what you got me right now. Still, it's looking pretty heavy right now because right now a lot of the predictions are good. Like Marathon and Phoenix Wright are gonna be waiting on stream. Taffy's Legacy and Sea are playing right now. Hopefully Alex, Dot and Shadow Prince are finally playing because that round one match took a while. But when it's like lower level of the bracket, it always gets super close.
Yeah.
And it's always exciting to see like who can finally break through and get to the higher ranking.
Absolutely. And because it is such a large bracket, we may see some upsets tonight, which I'm always a big fan of. I like seeing bracket upsets. I like seeing the underdogs win. Right now we've got winners quarterfinals. We've got Jay Caesar, Murasan, and Phoenix.
Yeah.
Itachi's Legacy, C Ya, and then of course up on deck Shadow Ace versus Shin Akuma.
I love Sia. Like for some reason, he's an extremely good Sancho player that happens to be able to apply those things to Street Fighter 5 as well.
And that's a really cool thing too, is when you see a player that's able to cross-reference their skill set across multiple different games. I mean, I even tell people that if you hit a brick wall with like one fighting game, try out a different one, because you're gonna learn new tools, tricks, and aspects of a fighting game that you can then carry over to a different one. I tell people that all the time when it comes to Tekken and Street Fighter, so maybe we'll see that come into play tonight.
I mean, for sure, especially when both these players just go back and forth, at least in higher level brackets. Again, mostly because of offline. Like Shadow Ace is really good in the Georgia region. Shinakuma is really good in the Florida region. Obviously, Shinakuma is coming back with the new router, ready to play. And Shadow Ace, we already been seeing him dominating these weeklies. Yeah, I'm gonna bet just 100% Akuma can be yeah.
Yep, there we are. Seeing it right here. Shinakuma with the Akuma. Shadow Ace with the very nicely tanned Ed. Hopefully he's practicing quarantine habits, being out in the sun. We will see what they have up their sleeves.
I just want things to be safe, people.
Right?
Round 1. Fight.
Nice punish on the low from Shinakuma. Seeing the demon flip there. Oh, misses the anti-air though. Shadows is gonna get some good damage. Pushes Shinakuma into the corner. Shinakuma's gonna have to find a way out of here. And he does, but good blocks from Shadow Ace on the cross up. Very clean. Jumping back gives some space. Ooh.
Yeah, he's making a good comeback right now using as I
Oh!
said. Oh!
Great teleport. Nice air to air too. Yeah. Oh, nice psycho upper.
Bruh.
Beautifully timed.
Bruh.
I know. You love to see it.
Exactly. Oh my god, I even noticed the costume too. Shout out to Red Bull, I miss you guys.
Oh, I would have got hit by that.
Taking the sweep by Shadow Ace right now, keeping on the pressure, not letting.
No, he is starting it up strong. Shaking his fist at the world.
Shinakuma needs to find his way to turn this around, keep his own pressure going. He just can't
Absolutely.
let Shadow Ace just do whatever he wants.
Yeah. Shadow's making a lot of smart moves, challenging that walk forward with 2 jabs. Good anti-air from Shinakuma. It's very hard when Akuma jumps down from that arc. Slightly mistimed Tatsu, but I like the thought to combat against the activation. Shinakuma's gonna have to be careful. Shadow Ace could go for the chip if he really wanted. Oh, misses the cycle upper! Shinakuma does critical art.
Bro, that was
Man.
genius. He's just like, I'll just take this on a silver platter.
I know. I'm surprised that Shadow Ace didn't go for the chip there. Shinakuma had a great punish, really optimized the amount of damage he had. But that does leave Shadow Ace going into the next round with 2 bars a meter. Shinakuma is at a slight disadvantage, though it doesn't seem that way, getting off a good strong start to the round. Playing in the neutral right now.
Yeah, it's honestly been back and forth, a little bit more coaching.
Shadow Ace activates V trigger, tries to get in, but cannot. Nice dash under.
Dude, like, even though it's still a neutral battle right now, oh, never mind. As I speak, the advantage going to Shinakuma.
Activates V trigger again. It's like he just had it a minute ago. Gonna go for the cross up. Oh, but again, we saw that before. We're seeing it again.
Right,
Great
Sakola,
teleport.
if you're out there, I'm starting to leave you all your things about just watching Shinokuma's like play style, I'm like, oh, he does have the tools to do everything.
Another V reversal combats the pressure. Ooh, but Shinakuma manages to close it out with a throw.
Yeah, good
Puts
work
one
him.
on the board for Shinakuma.
Yeah, like I said, this is pretty hype because we got both
Yeah.
of the region's best players fighting each other right now, thanks to the world of online tournaments.
Absolutely. And we're seeing some very, very solid gameplay. I'm really appreciating the amount of pressure Shadow Ace is doing. He's doing a lot of nice challenges too anytime Shinakuma walks forward. Also really well-timed jumps. As we're seeing right there to not get hit or get even just the gray life from the projectiles.
Yeah, because me
Ooh.
personally, and I'm not really good at Street Fighter at all, let me say that first, it's just always scary for me to jump around because I feel like it's being anti-aircraft, or they're going to
Absolutely.
grab me. But Shinokuma's moving right now, using that escape, Shadow Ace grab.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we're seeing fantastic movement from both players. It's a matter of just knowing to challenge what moves.
Of course.
And I think some of it does come down to matchup knowledge. But we're seeing some great work right now.
Yeah, I personally don't
Shadow Ace.
players that Shinokuma's practice with. Especially like, Shadow Ace's like head caliber is like, dude, he's so juicy.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is Juicy Game Night after all. Seeing the juiciest of gameplay.
Hey, thank you for using
Speaking
that.
of which, great V reversal from Shinakuma. Wants to combat that pressure. I'm telling you, it's a beautiful pressure tool. Ooh, get the parry, but still gets challenged with a throw. Sorry, Shinakuma. Gonna have to hold that one.
Yeah, he has to find his way in. Luckily, he's pushing Shadow Ace to a corner.
Yes. Oh, the throw. Oh!
Yo,
Tries to go for the
I would've
neutral
got
jump,
hit.
but gets
I would've got hit.
jabbed. Oh man, I would have got hit too. I didn't know what side he was gonna be on.
100%.
Alright, match point for Shin Akuma. Starts off the round. Wonderful. Ooh, nice jump in. Oh, looks like missed input there from Shadow Ace. Shadow Ace backing out just a bit. Pushes that projectile right back at Shinakuma.
Scary right now.
Oh,
Man.
mind you, Shadow Ace has full meter right now.
Yeah, and he does
He's
it
got a
so
critical art on
wisely.
deck.
Like, I can never count this man out, even if he's on a deficit, because he always finds some type of big brain play to come back in.
Yep.
Oh no.
Shadow Ace gonna have to be careful. Try V reversals out of the corner. Ooh, gets hit. Again with the V reversal. That V reversal, it can be punished. That's the unfortunate part. Shinakuma moves on to winners semi, I believe.
Yep.
Yes, sorry, I had to check. Again, Itachi's Legacy, winners semifinal. Now, I want to talk real quick about Ed's V reversal. It has some potential to be a great tool to get out of the corner. However, it is very easily punishable. And as we saw there, closing out the round from Shinakuma, able to throw Shadow Ace. And mind you, that doesn't say Shadow Ace can't make a comeback, maybe get his salty run back. But that may end up being the case. Saying something intelligent there.
sure.
What else? Yeah, what else is intelligent is checking out Juicy Game Night on Tuesdays with Street Fighter 5 and Tekken 7, and Wednesdays with Tekken 7 and Dragon Ball Z Fighters.
I might just do more Tekken if we're getting sweet, not just like these.
Yeah, it's nice. I love seeing some solid match. I like seeing the back and forth. I mean, it's great to go 0-2, but at the same time, you like to see a little bit of challenge. You like to see the back and forth, and I think it's much more fun to watch the gameplay that way.
Yeah. Well, while we're chilling right now, we're definitely gonna have Maru-san versus Creamy Strike. After that, we'll do our last quarters match, which is the winner between Alex Dot and Shade Prince. Will fight Jay Caesar, and Jay Caesar, he's been leveling up. Not gonna lie, from these last few brackets.
Yeah, I mean, I've been impressed before with Jay Caesar's gameplay, and obviously playing online, putting in the time, the effort, and the work, you're only going to continue to level up, and you're only going to continue to get better. And what a great way to test your skill than in a tournament.
For sure, and he's been competing in a lot of them though. The Reddit Street Fighter
Absolutely.
tournaments. I think there's one for next level. I think that's on Wednesdays. I'm not sure about those too much.
Yeah, definitely seen his name around. You know what else I see around is that Florida Caliber. Make sure you guys go check and support Florida Caliber. You can
Those are
join their
great guys.
Discord. Absolutely. You know what else is great? Ultimate
many
Marvel
good games.
versus so many great games. Ultimate Marvel versus Parsec or Capcom Parsec.
Running by the
3.
pioneer of the East Coast, Tong.
Yep, over at Tampa Never Sleeps. Make sure to support them.
Yeah, definitely. And he's been more open. The more subs he gets, the more games he's hosting. Right now he's adding BB Tag, Dragon Ball, Ultra Street Fighter 4 instead of 5.
Oh, the chat is saying to turn yourself up a little bit.
Oh no, I don't want to scream into the mic. It's okay, audio technology.
Beautiful.
Hey, guy who isn't Jocks, speak up your audio. Oh man. Oh yeah, you're right. I'm not Jocks. I'm not the owner of Juicy Game and all that. Of course not.
A guy who isn't shocked. Alright, we've got Phoenix up deck. Phoenix, yeah. Up on deck versus Marusan.
For sure. We're waiting on Marusan.
Absolutely.
Let me see if he got my invite. I might be just typing wrong all day.
I want to say too, the great thing about these Street Fighter tournaments, at least during these turbulent times, is the fact that you're able to go and compete and play in these tournaments in local areas that you're not usually from. Like you're gonna have people from Atlanta and or I should say Georgia and Alabama and most of the South coming to compete at places like Juicy Game Night.
Yeah.
You're gonna have people.
We've had interest of like more regions joining in. For example, North Carolina. So
Yeah.
we might consider it.
But
Yeah.
like that's the cool thing though is the fact that we're in a time right now where we're able to see people play each other when they normally wouldn't be able to in a normal local setting. So that there is a sort of silver lining to stuff like this. And it goes with commentary too. You're able, like I'm from Arizona. There's no way I'd be able to commentate Juicy unless I was able to do it online.
Yeah,
and so
or
that
you
is
know,
the benefit to it.
you know, if you'd be like, I'm here early for CEO. Let me see if I can stop by a Juicy local.
Yeah.
One day we'll get locals back.
One of those days. But until then, we gotta make do with what we have. And I have to admit, I'm not too scuffed over being able to participate in these online tournaments and commentate online locals.
Yeah, for sure. And these has definitely been a good practice for all people, players, commentators,
Absolutely.
even the TOs. We're learning how to do all this production management. It definitely gave me more more appreciation for all the productions we get for these major events because they gotta go through a lot. And once something doesn't like ruins their flow, it's just disastrous after that.
Yeah. So really, this is a great opportunity too to play against players in a tournament setting that you may not normally get to play against. And speaking of which, we've got Marusan versus Phoenix. I keep wanting to say Phoenix, but it's Phoenix up on deck. We have the Birdie with Phoenix versus Akuma for Marusan. It's gonna be definitely interesting matchup here. We just saw Nakuma, so we have a little bit of familiarity with how that's gonna play out. But with Phoenix with a Birdie, this is gonna be interesting. To see some dolphin dives starting out. Phoenix really putting the pressure in. Oh, gotta remember there's armor. Already gets the stun. What a quick first round. That went by before or past my eyes.
Round two.
Really,
Alright.
I legit took a moment to sip some water, and that round was over.
I know. Starts
I-
out with a command grab.
That was so crazy. Luckily, doing more damage this time.
Absolutely. Challenges the dolphin dive. Oh, nice delay on the fireball.
Oh no.
Blocks the soda can. Stop littering, Birdie. Sucker
Yeah.
for the planet.
I do
Birdie
like
goes in
this
for another
plan.
command grab.
Yeah, this plan right now for Marasan kind of working out for him now. He's just like waiting because he can react to anything
Yeah.
Phoenix is doing. So he's like, cool, oh, we'll cut that.
Yeah, but mind you, I believe Birdie does have higher damage output compared to Akuma. At least that's what it's looking like here.
For sure.
Because it is difficult for Marusan to be able to have that same amount of damage output for confirms. And honestly, I'm thinking Phoenix is also putting out more confirms overall. The pressure is real. The pressure is definitely real.
You know,
One on the board for Phoenix.
you know what I always like seeing in chat though? They always ask, where's Shin at? He was such a staple for locals, and he's like, I got school. Bye guys.
Fight.
Hey, it makes sense. It's that time of the year.
Sure.
Marsan starting it off strong. Great work. Ready to play. Ooh, it challenges. Keeping Phoenix in the corner, followed by a throw. EX Fireball. This is a throw there, but no challenge.
Oh no. The blocks.
Oh. I think Phoenix was expecting a jump there. Didn't quite work out, but that's okay. Ooh, gets the crush counter.
Oh my
Oh!
god. Okay, I thought it was over.
I did too.
Yeah, Phoenix is like, hold up. You just saw that perfect. I ain't going down that. But
Oh,
he tried.
great work. Great work from Marsan. Closes out that round.
Yeah, for sure, it's definitely looking kind of close. But I feel like Maru-san was able to keep adapting.
Absolutely. We're seeing the adaptations here from Marsan, as you said. Gotta be careful for the stun. Manages to break it down, but only slightly. Marsan retaliates with the EX DP. Really keeping their
Oh
stun.
my lord!
And closes out one on the board for Marsan, evening up the score.
I swear to God, you can't keep these eye off of these matches. Because if I do, I'll be like, oh, this person just won.
I know. It's hard to look away for just a second. You come back and it's like completely tables have turned.
Exactly. Like, I thought it was honestly after like game one, Phoenix Wright was like, come on, man, I want to get to top 8 already.
Round one. Fight.
But just keeping it even, making sure we are smoothing in this bracket.
Absolutely. Yep. Now we gotta see the readjustment from Phoenix. We saw Marusan obviously made some change in the game plan. Working out in his favor, gets the stun overhead.
Oh no.
Nice way to get out of the corner. Activates V-Trigger.
Cool.
Ooh! Marusan gets the double jab.
He just didn't want to give him any room. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, and I respect it. Match point for Marusan.
Alright, being on the pressure. What?
Ooh, yeah, you gotta be careful. You see him go overhead, just block the other way. Phoenix manages to get out of the corner. Oh, misses the command grab.
The
That's
gospel
weird.
of Sing Cola is
Oh,
getting
what?
more and more true every day.
An anti-air that lands him on the other side. Okay. Just birdie things, I guess. Breaks the throw.
These birdie things are giving him the advantage, giving him all the space and room he needs.
Absolutely. But Marusan does have V-Trigger and two... Oh, activates V-Trigger.
Oh no.
Oh, that's dirty. He had the meter,
No.
and my boy cashed that check in. Marusan moves on.
Amazing finish.
The
into
winners
top eight.
semifinals.
Wow.
Kuma wins.
Wow. Man, he had that check. He was not hesitating to cash it in. Great work from Marusan.
Oh my god. I can't believe it. Alright, so let's see what's going on. So, because.
You guys hear me?
Oh my god,
Yep.
welcome back,
Who you got?
sir.
Jock's back in.
It's go.
Oh man, I have such a boomer age computer. I guess I don't know. It takes me forever to reload. So sorry about that, guys. I was watching all the matches. They were really good ones.
Mhm. Yeah, Marusan was like, man, I had like no time to warm up. I had to go straight in. And I saw that ending. I'm like, what do you mean?
Man says he had no time to warm up. Plays beautifully and makes it into winners semi.
Exactly.
Get out of here.
Yeah, we're gonna wait a minute though, because our next match. Actually, no. Let's see. Alex feels like he's gonna be playing a lot, so we'll put him through a gauntlet. So we're gonna move over to winner semis to do Itachi's Legacy and Shinakuma. Then we'll go back to quarters to do Alex and Jay Caesar, and the winner of that will fight Marusan Runaway, and the winner of that will go straight to winners final.
Alright. Exciting to see Itachi's Legacy versus Shinakuma. We've already seen Shinakuma once on the stream with the fantastic Akuma. Oh, excuse me, I burped. Itachi's Legacy with, we know plays Ibuki. Really, really solid, very strong Ibuki. Seen that name around as well in the tournaments. Always places pretty well within the top 8s.
Yeah, he's a very, very good player. So we got two different like two different types of play styles. So Itachi tries to play like this very, very solid game, but he has some of the best. He puts in some of the best mix-ups that you wish you weren't in. That's Ibuki for you. And so you also got the aggressive play of Shinakuma. I'm not sure what the outcome is between these two guys, but this is going to be a good match. Like, regardless of who wins or whatever, this is going to be a good one. Itachi versus Shinakuma. I have no idea.
Alright, well, never mind. I got a bracket update, but we'll worry about that later. So Alex is now in losers.
Well,
oh,
then,
Alex Dotson losers. All
Yeah.
right. Interesting.
Shade Prince is a monster.
Yeah, I can't wait to have him soon on stream. We'll still put on hold Jay Caesar and Shade Prince match. We already got we already called Itachi's Legacy and Shinakuma, so they're readying up. You know, you always got to get that mentality worn up when you're gonna play on stream and you're gonna play with obviously people watching you. So it's like, all right, gotta be ready for anything. Gotta hope it doesn't lag.
You got to make sure that you sent your mom the link.
Yep,
Yeah.
of course. Whose mom's watching right now? There's 15 viewers.
Those could be 15 moms.
You know what? I would appreciate, I would respect it. So, hello to all the FGC moms out there.
I'll tell you what, the first time I sent my mom a Twitch link, I said to myself, this is either a really good or a really bad idea. I hope she does not see Twitch chat.
You
Twitch
know,
chat is always a nightmare.
my favorite story I love to tell people about my mom's interaction with Twitch was actually
boy.
when I was commentating for Undefeated, which is a major here in Arizona. I was commentating for Street Fighter V. This was back last October, and I had made my mom her own Twitch account, and I had called it Mama Flex. And so my mom,
Yes.
you know, being the sweetheart that she is, she's typing in chat, telling me how good I'm doing, not really realizing that I can't read chat. Super funny, super cute. So somebody comments, they're like, wait, are you Flex's mom? And my mom, proudest moment of my life, my mother, all she responds with is sunglasses emoji. And I was so proud. I was like, Mom, you could not be any cooler than you were in that moment. You're cooler than me.
Okay, I just teared up a bit. That is hilarious and cute and awesome and amazing all at once. Wow. That's
You know
that
what's-
player.
What's cute, awesome, and amazing all at once as well is this match we're about to see with Itachi's Legacy and Shinakuma. No, don't play me, Shinakuma. I'm too scared. I am just a lowly bronze Chun-Li. Yes, there we go. Play the right person.
I did not. You know, I don't know what screen name. I'd probably name my mom Mama Jock. So that's a good idea, Mama Flex.
Yeah, Mama Flex.
I
Mama
love it.
Flexus.
That's one of the best stories I've heard recently. Like, definitely, man. I'm so glad I heard that. That's amazing.
I
Speaking
love
of,
seeing. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I
Oh,
interrupted. What were you gonna
you're
say?
good. You're good. I was just gonna say that the guy that Itachi beat, you know, you spoke of Arizona. See, he's actually from Arizona, but he goes to school in Tampa. So he is back in our stateside. So that's why you see him in tonight's bracket.
Interesting. Interesting. Alright, and as guests, we are seeing that Ibuki pick from Itachi's Legacy, and of course Shinakuma with the Akuma. Makes sense in the name.
Yes, it does. And last week, we saw some of the sub characters that Itachi plays. We saw a lot of his Blanca and the Urian, which knows no setups, and somehow still beat me. So, yeah, I'm glad to see him. This is a sign of respect towards Shin. That's saying, I am taking you seriously. I am giving you my best. Here we go.
Shinakuma starts it off with the pressure and a very nice anti-air. Mind you, Ibuki does have the kunai, so she can play really at most ranges. As long as she has that kunai on deck, she's able to challenge Shinakuma. It is going to be difficult, though, to combat against those fireballs, as we're seeing there. Because that kunai does have a recovery time.
And these characters are kind of similar. Both low health, both lots of damage if given the chance, and both have very good V triggers. And oh, there we go! By Itachi, and he's so good at
Gets
mixing you up
the
here.
side switch. Great work. Oh, but Shinakuma responds back with the EX DP.
He doesn't feel like guessing, so here he goes. EXDP, good choice there, working out.
Oh. It is so hard to judge that jump in.
I mean, I always talk about trying to confirm your lights, but Shinakuma said, I don't care about confirming on my lights, even flip, and it worked out.
Again, demon flip. Second time in a row.
What did I tell you, Flexes? You gotta stop the demon flip.
Itachi's Legacy stuck in the corner right now. Manages to dash out with a nice confirm into V-trigger activation. Overhead. EX kunai using all resources on deck, but still gets thrown.
You know, that was such like a really lame looking setup, but Ibukis are so used to crossing up that Itachi just stayed same size, and that's why Shin got hit.
Ooh, nice slide under. I like the answer. Oh. I think Itachi's Legacy might have been expecting a demon flip or a throw there. Didn't quite work out. That puts one on the board for Shin Akuma, and this is for a chance to go into winners finals.
I'm looking at yes, you're right. Man, we advanced there already. So one thing I'm noticing a lot about Itachi, and sometimes it's his weakness with him. I've seen him play a lot in person and online. He is sometimes hesitant to anti-air, and you know, unfortunately for him, he plays a character with very good anti-air, so sometimes he just kind of has to wake up or remember. So he has to stop these. He has to stop these demon flips, or else Shin is just gonna have a heyday on him.
Absolutely. But mind you, too, that... Oh, it's going to be a punish. Yeah, flip the Tatsu. Oh, wake up EX DP. Nice anti-air. We're seeing it there, as you said. Make the adjustments.
I was just disappointed that he anti-aired me last week. Why wasn't he like that last week? Come on, man.
Nice confirm again. Great activation. Oh, it's going to be a big punish.
In the corner you
there we're
go.
seeing it there. Doesn't go for the side switch. Nice spacing from Itachi's Legacy right now. Good blocks. Shinakuma activates with the throw, putting
That's gonna be
Itachi's
it.
Legacy in the corner.
And that was like a really good comeback by Shin there. You know, it was just he found his openings, he blocked at the right times, everything just worked out for him. He is on match point.
Absolutely. Yeah, Shinakuma really just making the smart moves right now. Itachi's Legacy seems to be struggling a little bit there. Not to say Itachi's Legacy isn't putting the damage output, but just seems to be struggling to make the confirm. Close it out. Stuck in the corner right now, tries to dash out but gets challenged. Gonna be careful for the stun.
Oh, and Shinakuma wants the big stun. This could be it.
There we are. Yep, there's the critical art. That closes it out. Shinakuma moves on.
So Flexus, how many demon flips do you think there were in that set?
Oh man, more than I have fingers and toes for. Let me tell you, Jocks. More than I have fingers and toes to count on.
I
And
mean,
and as a Chun-Li player, we're not very good at counting, so. Kidding.
well, that's the thing with Shin. Like, he loves the demon flip, and I joke about it all the time. But if you don't stop him, why does he have a reason to stop? And so there you go. Like, you let the beast run, and the beast is gonna do what he wants to do. Shinakuma moves on. Winners finals.
Yeah, and that isn't to say you have to make the adjustments, and you are conditioning your competitor basically to do the same thing over and over again. You're gonna keep doing demon flips if the person doesn't anti-air them and block them correctly. Why change what works? So don't fix what isn't broken, kind of deal.
Yes, and what's not broken is you guys tuning into tonight's action, and also don't forget to check out Tong's stream of Ultimate Marvel vs. 3 Parsec every Friday night, 7:30. Always a good time with Tong. You know, guys, I'd like to hear who is your favorite Marvel vs. Capcom 3 character. I'd like to hear that in the chat. Who was your favorite character? Mine always changes in that game.
Can I say Chun-Li? Chun-Li's my favorite
you
character
could,
in
because
any
I'm
and
gonna say
every
Spider-Man no matter what. Spidey's like
Okay.
everything I do. I even have a
Chun-Li-
Spidey figure right in front.
Chun-Li's my favorite character in any and every game she's in, even if she's terrible. But speaking of Chun-Li, we got Shade Prince versus Jay Caesar up next on deck. Seeing some great work from Shade Prince. Not a name we've seen too often before,
No, this is
isn't that
definitely
correct?
it's definitely his first Juicy.
Yeah. So I'm very excited, at least on my part, to see some Chun-Li action. But of course, we've seen Jay Caesar before. Jay Caesar, very strong competitor. Definitely leveling up lately.
Yeah, learning multiple characters, getting better and better, but this is one of Alabama's finest. Shade Prince, very, very strong Chun-Li player. So I'm excited to see. I'm excited for you to see the strong Chun-Li. You mentioned Chun-Li a few times, and it's only going to be a few more times because we're going to have him at least this one time on the stream.
Absolutely. All right, we got the Ryu versus the Chun-Li matchup. Chun-Li, obviously, I'm pretty familiar with. And this kind of matchup against a Ryu, she's got some great tools. She's got the slide. She's got, looks like went with the V skill 1, V trigger 2, great option. So that first V skill is an answer to the fireball. Chun-Li, of course, too, with the great pokes. Nice cross-up.
One thing that gets memed on that Ryu has a chance is that Ryu has almost as many costumes as Chun-Li.
That's true. However, I will say Ryu does have the advantage being able to parry some of these projectiles, some of these heavy hitting buttons. Seems like Shade Prince is doing a great job with confirms though.
Yeah, geez, it's not an easy confirm. Crouching medium kick into spinning legs.
All right. And Ryu does have the V trigger 1. Gotta be careful. Oh. Goes with the activation, really breaks down. Are we gonna see a chip? We'll find out.
Oh no, he's saving. Shade Prince kind of getting greedy with meter.
Oh, gotta watch the toes with that crouching medium punch. If Space Wall 2, that is a very difficult button to challenge. Now again, we're seeing Shade Prince start the round off with full meter. Goes for the throw.
Yeah, and Chun-Li's super is like one of the best in the game. It can be a great combo ender. It can be like a great starter to punish a lot of things. With fireballs, I think. So yeah, we're probably gonna see some application here.
Yeah, I don't know. Shade Prince not quite holding on to that super there. I think using the meter is a great wake-up tool, especially to combat the pressure if you expect that Jay Caesar isn't going to respect it, which he didn't there. Being very patient with the pokes.
Jay Caesar respecting. Ha 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 ha. Jeez, what a...
Just the sweep with the sweep. Goes for the activation. We're going to see closing out one on the board for Shade Prince.
Chun-Li wins.
Great work. Honestly, great work. Obviously, Shade Prince very comfortable with the Chun-Li character. Jay Caesar just isn't keeping up.
Yeah, you know, it hasn't been a free... The rounds haven't been free for Shade. Like, Jay Caesar's probably gotten Shade to about 20 to 25% each time.
Round one.
It's just about making, you know,
Fight.
right decisions. Maybe one or two more right decisions like that. Full screen heavy Tatsu. Let's go. That's the right decision right there.
I will say though, Shade Prince is making goes with the legs, air legs, nice job, gets the bread and butter. Back fierce for the wake up. I think the strong thing too about Chun-Li is when she puts someone in the corner, she's got really nice folks to be able to keep you there. And it is difficult to get out of there, but Jay Caesar manages just to take a step out of there, followed with a Tatsu. Puts them back into the neutral.
Yeah, I think that... Oh, jeez.
Challenge on the heavy Tatsu.
He is feeling himself way too much, Mr. Krabs. Okay, Stan Fierce can do this for Chun-Li.
Goes for the activation. Gonna go for the guard break. Doesn't matter. Jay Caesar tries to jump. Gets V-triggered.
Round two.
That's such a, you know, that's like staring down the barrel of a gun there. Chun-Li charging that V-trigger too and have very much, you don't have much time to react.
No. Great jump in from Shadow Prince. Or Shade Prince, sorry. Different kind of shadow, I guess. Jay Caesar's gonna have to be careful with the stun. Goes for the throw.
Okay, Jay Caesar giving himself a chance here. What can he do here? He doesn't have many. He doesn't have much meter. Doesn't have a full V trigger yet. What can he do?
Oh, I do like the parry. Good answer. Again, a very strong tool for Ryu against Chun-Li. Nice anti-air. Tries to go for the cross up again. Gets thrown.
Oh, and he throws him to the wrong side.
Oh, activates. Is this gonna be it? No! I'm surprised. Didn't use any meter there. Nice. EX Fireball into the medium punch. Closes it out. Shade Prince moves on to face Marasan in semifinals. How do you feel about that one, Jox?
I mean, that was definitely some very good Chun play. Like, very good defense. It was hard for Jay Caesar to get anything started. And also just, you know, Shade Prince had very good offense too, finding the right ways to approach Jay Caesar to get those pokes in. Oh, that was Jay Caesar's round. If anything, a few things went his way. He just threw Shade the wrong way, put him in the corner. He threw him mid-screen rather than in the corner. So, you know, you hate to see that happen, but lessons to be learned for next time.
Absolutely. And speaking of things to do next time, make sure, if you haven't already, to go follow Juicy Game Night. Go support them over on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and of course Twitch, which is where we are right now. They do tons of FGC weeklies, including Street Fighter V and Tekken 7 on Tuesdays, and Tekken 7 and Dragon Ball Z on Wednesdays. Great time definitely to be had.
And it's free, guys.
Yeah.
Just like Florida Caliber.
Hey, wait a minute. What are you trying to say about Florida Caliber?
No, I'm saying it's free to enter. There you go.
I thought you were saying Florida Caliber is free. I'm like, excuse me.
Oh gosh, no, them fighting words. Oh gosh, no, I know, I didn't want to step on anybody's toes. Good call out. I would have had some like OG Soul Calibur 2 player like show up to my doorstep tomorrow. Hey man, what you say about me? You think you're tough? But you're right. No, Florida has very strong caliber players. I know that.
But speaking of things that are tough, definitely make sure every Friday, I believe at 7:30, go check out Marvel versus Parsec over at Tampa Never Sleeps.
So speaking of Marvel characters, a few in the chat said their favorite characters. So we got one Amaterasu, Dog Paper, Master, Hulk, Sentinel Hagar, Magneto, and Doctor Doom. So good choices there.
All right, up next we've got Shade Prince, the Chun-Li we just saw, versus Marasan, which we also saw go against Phoenix. Shade Prince, we know gonna pick the Chun-Li, but Marasan probably gonna go with the Akuma.
Yeah, I think Akuma's the only character I've ever seen him play, but it's a good one to if that's the only character you're gonna play.
And oh, sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say I'm not sure if these guys have ever faced each other before.
Yeah, and that is the great thing about online locals is you can play people you haven't normally played against. As a fellow Chun-Li player, yeah, it looks like we're seeing the Chun-Li versus the Akuma matchup here. As a fellow Chun-Li player, I will say this can be kind of a difficult matchup for Chun-Li. It can definitely be hard, especially if Akuma plays the zoning game really well. So.
Round one. Fight.
You know, we're gonna see here because you know we got the air fireballs. I'm sure that she's not so good at dealing with the air fireballs with Akuma.
Yeah, no,
Jeez.
that is definitely a difficult spot Chun-Li gets put in when Akuma does air fireballs. Doesn't look like Shade Prince is having too hard of a time right now, though.
So Flexus, what do you think of this Chun-Li costume?
I don't mind it. I mean, I like all her costumes, but I'm biased because I'm a Chun-Li fangirl, so.
Oh, it's totally fine. I like the clothing. The hair is all right to me, but Marusan doesn't care. He's getting in, doing some work. Oh, there goes the air fireball.
Yep. Ooh, great work. Activates V-Trigger. Went with the V-Trigger 1 this time. It's gonna be very strong. Gonna make
Oh, man.
the buttons a little bit more safe, giving some more comfortable room for Shade Prince.
Okay, here comes V-Trigger Akuma, super duper strong character. Just misses the air fireballs. Just like that, he just expunged all of his meter.
Yep, nice blocks by Shade. Prince challenges that. Great work. Good
So
block.
I think
I'd love to see it.
So I think the reasoning for the V-Trigger 1 here is that, you know, with V-Trigger 2 you get those unblockable setups by Chun, but you know, Akuma has that easy option to escape this with the wake up teleport.
Absolutely. He goes for the cross up, works out, puts Marasan in the corner. The pressure is on. Heavy punch, heavy punch. Heavy punch a third time? No, we see a heavy kick. Ooh, I like the answer of blocking under the fireball. Oh, misses the activation.
I mean, the reaction to just walk under that fireball, that was experienced by Shade Prince as he takes this game.
Yeah, I like that reaction to walking under the fireball. Knowing what that spacing of those fireballs is super key.
I mean, that just shows someone that's put the work into the matchup, or, you know, just online has so many Akuma players, you know, you gotta learn to combat some of his tools there. Like I said, very good choice to just walk under.
Yep. That puts one on the board for Shade Prince. Walks up and throws. I love the confidence.
Yes, confidence is right. You know, I don't think Marusan's pretty perturbed about this. I think he's just gonna be like, okay, that was a fluke. I can still do this.
Nice block from Shade Prince. Gets
Yeah,
a
that's
press
like-
counter.
It's like the third time we've seen him use EX Demon Flip into the slide there for some reason. Not working out any time, unfortunately.
No.
Prince.
Shade Prince match point.
And he may be called Shade Prince, but the spotlight is on him tonight. Very excellent play so far.
No anti-air. Ooh!
Man, the one thing that Chun-Li has over Akuma is like there's a certain spacing that her buns are just so good because you know Akuma has like porgy limbs. It's just so stubby and he can't really reach.
Yeah. No, that is a strong tool that Chun-Li has. But mind you, again, she has only a couple tools to combat against the projectile game.
I just realized I switched the word porgy for corgi. I meant to say corgi like the dog.
Yeah. No worries there. Marsan goes for the activation. Oh!
Jeez.
Breaks the throw, follows it up with EX legs. Closes it out. Shade Prince!
Chun-Li.
Wow! Moves on to winners finals.
I mean, EX legs is one of the best EX moves in the game, in my opinion. It's 5 frames. It punishes a lot of things well, covers a lot of distance so fast, and it's 5 frames and good damage. And especially with,
Yeah.
I mean, she doesn't have V trigger 2, but only gets a little bit better with V trigger 2.
And mind you too, it is only -2 on block. Very difficult to punish. And it gets knocked down.
Yeah, it gets it gets knocked down. So this is gonna be a good winners finals here. Shade Prince versus Shin Akuma.
Yeah. We're seeing I think Shade Prince might be getting tired of the Akuma.
Yeah, it's gonna be a different breed of Akuma here. Shin, like I said, very signature style. That's what makes him so exciting to watch. But, yeah, that's gonna be a fun one. Shin versus Shade, and then we still have quite a bit going on in the loser side of things here. I see Jay Caesar playing Skygem, Shadows awaiting the winner of Sia from Arizona versus Alex Dot Dot. It's gonna be a good one. Some other people in the bracket. Anyways, guys, I just want to say thanks to each and every one of you for tuning in tonight. You can be anywhere else, but you're here. Thank you so much for listening to us. And I also have to say, too, sorry, I don't mean to keep taking your time. I have to say congratulations to Flexus for getting sponsored by Equinox.
Oh,
Good
thank you
stuff.
so much.
I forgot to say that earlier because I commented with you the last time here, and then you got sponsored, like, Earls announced, like, the next day or so. I was like, oh, that's so cool! And then never got to, like, I think I said congrats at Twitter maybe, but, you know, again, congrats, very good stuff. We're so honored to have you here. Juicy Game Night.
You know, I am honored to be here. Juiciest night of the week. Something, I don't know. But no, I am honored to be here on mic with you. Up next on deck, we have Shade Prince versus Shin Akuma. Gonna be another
know.
Chun versus Akuma matchup.
I'm happy to see more Akuma, not gonna lie. Just to see the gospel of Senkola just being out there.
I'm happy to see more Chun-Li. Any day with Chun-Li on screen. With a good
And now
game.
you're gonna see a 3 out of 5 with Chun-Li.
And I'm not complaining.
Well, I'm trying to think of, like, strong Chun-Li players in Florida. There's a few. We had Raul in Orlando till he retired, and then we got Arc Ice actually in the bracket is plays a very good Chun-Li. There's not as many Chun-Li players as you'd think, like other places. So I'm kind of curious to see what methods Shin Akuma has to get to put in work to beat Shade Prince, because Shade Prince has been looking very, very solid tonight.
Absolutely. Just going through the bracket quite easily.
And going through these different costumes, I appreciate it.
Maybe it's
Use
just
your costumes,
randomizing.
man.
Round 1.
Alright.
Fight.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna see two very great players made it through the bracket into winners finals. Shin Akuma definitely starting out strong, but Shade Prince has that heavy punch on deck. Goes for the tech throw. Ooh, nice cross up from Shinakuma.
And it gets him that advantageous corner position.
Oh, it's gonna be a big punish. Goes for the side switch. Wants to put Shinakuma in the corner.
Shinakuma trying to display it early. Yeah, Shade.
Fast
Shade's
thinking
seen that
from Shade Prince.
Yeah, he's seen that. He's seen it before. These guys have probably played each other a bunch in ranked. Man, that was pretty bold of Shin to do that. First round out of 3 out of 5.
Gets the jump in. Nice setup.
Is that a double
Yeah.
D skill combo?
Might have been. 1, 2, 3, and there's legs.
See, Chun-Li players can count.
Yeah, only up to 3.
Oh,
Nice.
Jin trying to be too godlike for his own goodness.
Alright. Quick and easy, Shade Prince puts 1 up on the board. Shinakuma's Shade Prince, same tale. It's looking like so far. Shade Prince already the experience with Akuma. We gotta see Shinakuma bring it back to combat against Chun-Li's pressure.
Yeah, and I think the thing on Shin's mind right now is, should I do more or should I do less demon flips? And he didn't do many that time, but I'm gonna tell you, we're probably gonna see more of it.
Nice parry. I think he's been waiting to get that out. Ooh, again, great parry. Good tool to use with Chun-Li.
Yeah, and that's another that's actually Shin's other signature move, using the anti-air V skill.
Ooh. Gotta respect the meter. Wakes up with EX spinning bird kick. Out of meter at this point, though.
So, there's been a lot of times where Shin has wanted to V-skill parry the fireballs. I think Shade is going to pick up on that and just probably do fireball walk up and block. Because that's pretty punishable if not cancel. If it does, there's no V-trigger cancel.
Now, mind you, too, though, Chun-Li is a charge character, so it's gonna take some time to charge each fireball that she throws out. And if Shin blocks that first one or parries or does something with it, then that means that Shin is able to walk up like we saw earlier. Oh, gotta be careful with the wake up. Those fireballs do hurt a lot.
Oh, jeez. I can't believe that. How's the game-ending combo? Because it's so easy to forget that hits done on, on air fireball. It's like you get hit by this air fireball, and I feel like you have 1,000 years to confirm into it, but 1,000 years or 30 seconds. Good job to Shinakuma there, taking game 2. This is a good one. I mean, back and forth already. Guys, who do you like here? Are you rooting for Shin, or do you think Shade Prince is gonna take the set? Let's see these predictions in the chat. Give me them scores.
Shinakuma 1 on the board, evening it up. Nice use of the heavy punch. Challenging the block forward. Goes for a side switch, tries to push Shinakuma into the corner.
If that was a demon flip instead of an air fireball, it might have been a little bit more successful. Shin's got to stick to signature style there. Plus frames, plus.
Punch. Shinakuma activates the trigger.
Shin wanted that back throw so bad, but Shade has sensed it out.
Ooh, gets a slide, followed by the back throw, putting Shade into the corner. Air
Oh,
Fireball's
look at
a great tool.
1,000 years to confirm into that.
Katsu got the projectile. Shade Prince activates re-trigger. Gets the overhead.
And Shin is actually, I give him a lot of flack for how he plays, but he's actually normally really good at reacting defensively. So very rare to see him get hit by that overhead.
Good tool too. Gotta be careful with it. That crouching medium punch from Chun-Li. Ooh, gets a crush gunner. I like the follow-up with the projectile. That's gonna force Shinakuma to block on wake up. Get the air legs.
Jesus, this
1,
season
2. Oh, doesn't need anything after that. Doesn't
drops
have
the combo.
follow up.
And I like that Shin uses to go opts to go for a combo with that doesn't take the V trigger. But he probably should have because it didn't work out there. Shaper's taking game 3.
Chun-Li wins.
Great work. Second one on the board for Shade Prince. Just making the right adjustments. Just like you said, we're gonna see Shade Prince making those adjustments as he goes along.
Yeah. I mean, this guy. I've seen him in his name quite a bit in online tournaments. But I'm glad to see him here at Juicy. Hopefully, he comes back more. Yeah, Shinakuma's gonna have to make a little bit of a run here. He has to win these next 2 games if he wants an easier shot in grand finals.
Ooh, nice throw with the demon flip.
Oh, that was supposed to be. Yeah, you can bet your tush stuff's probably supposed to be fireball.
The pressure is on with Chun-Li, keeping Shinakuma in the corner, but not for long.
Look at that! There's the flip, the crouching meme kick, flip demon demon throw. I told you this guy, he loves demon flips, and it's part of the course.
Activates, make the heavy leg safe.
I like this defense by Shin. Look at all those blocks.
Yeah, it's a lot. Alright, Shade Prince, full meter on deck. Oh, I like to see it. Respect the meter.
Sid, I hear you guys. You want more demon flips? Well, I'm gonna have to stop him.
Uh-oh. Match point for Shade Prince.
So that right there, folks, is a standing shimmy. Some characters, they have a light, or they'll use a normal that, sometimes into a tick throw, but it actually pushes them away, so the opponent that thinks the tick throw is going to happen, they go for throw whiffs, and then you get a big fat shimmy.
Like the use of the activation make the leg safe. Goes for the overhead. Oh, the block from Shinakuma. Great work.
Yeah, Shade Prince has been playing so well, it's only been about the second mistake or so he's made tonight. Shin's gonna take that.
Shin, great follow-up with the damage. Putting the pressure on so Shade Prince can't get back into the groove.
Oh, Jesus.
Pounded it with the EX legs. Jab, jab, fireball.
I wonder what the reason was for Shin to use the EX fireball there, but rather it was a good choice. It worked out. An attack by Shin.
Ooh, gotta be careful. You can't dash in like that when Akuma has such a quick fireball. Tries to go for the anti-air, misses it, unfortunately. Goes for the activation. Oh, nice anti-air.
Wow, look at that conversion from an anti-air.
Oh, the parry!
Yeah, Shinakuma, that signature right there. Anti-air V-skill.
Oh. Shade Prince closes it out with a surprise throw. At least I was surprised by it. Great work from Shade Prince.
So what happened there was, so Shin wanted to go for the instant air double fireball, but Shade Prince was actually too close for that because Akuma actually didn't recover in time, and actually, even though the fireballs were on hit, he was actually punishable on the way down. So very good recognition there by Shade Prince, to be like, hey, that's gonna be punishable. I'm gonna punish you on the way down, and he did, and that's why he's in grand finals, folks.
Yep, Shade Prince moves on to grand finals. Shin Akuma moves on down. We've got in losers quarterfinals Itachi's Legacy Itachi's Legacy and Marasan.
Yeah, right now all the top 8 matches have been going on, so whatever finishes first we'll grab and get on stream on our way. It's interesting to see a lot of those losers round 4 matches we see with Phoenix Wright Caesar Shadow Ace, Alex dot die. We would see them in winter semis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I mean, this has been a thick bracket. This is thick, THICC thick tonight. So I'm glad to see you guys coming out tonight, supporting Juicy Local, but it's also a good time. Yeah, this is like you said. You know, we're so used to seeing these guys winter semis and all. It's a surprise time, but that's how strong the competition is here. Like I said, you can see Shin's comment in the chat. That dash saved him exactly.
Yeah, no,
And no,
it's definitely.
Sorry,
Oh.
go ahead.
I would say it's definitely been an interesting night. You know, we're seeing a lot more names in the bracket, and of course, we're gonna see a lot more upsets because of that. As said earlier, too, a lot of these names that we'd normally see in top 8, we're either not seeing at all, or we're seeing on the loser side, which is I shouldn't say unusual, but unexpected. But of course, too, I like to see the Shade Prince coming through the bracket, giving everyone a run for their money. Sending people into losers.
Yeah,
I could tell you're there at home with the notepad. What can I learn from this mastery of excellence here by Shade Prince Chun-Li? Good stuff.
and definitely from a region we haven't had in a while. All the way from, if I can read this correctly, it says Alabama. Yeah. It's crazy, man. And only dropped the game in winners finals throughout this whole bracket.
Yeah, and that's intense. That's intense.
Yeah, very very strong player, and he's gonna be sitting really pretty there. But yeah, so looks like we're gonna see Itachi's Legacy versus the winner of Phoenix and Caesar. That match happened last week. And we're gonna see Marusan versus the winner of the Georgia Boys, Shadow Ace and Alex Dot Dot.
Yep, and we know, but it'll be interesting to see because obviously we know Itachi's Legacy with the Ibuki. We know Marusan with the Kuma.
Yes.
Yes, sorry. See a lot of different matches tonight. You get everyone jumbled. But we also know Phoenix, we've seen a little earlier with the Birdie. Shadow Ace, we know has the Ed. Alex Dot Dot got a little bit of a mix of characters. Jay Caesar as well. It's gonna be interesting matches, that's for sure. But who knows? Maybe we'll get another Chun-Li and Akuma. I'm hoping not, but maybe.
That's a possibility. There's been a lot of strong Akuma play tonight. Like you said, there's still Shin Akuma, there's still Maro. Yeah, Maru-san and any other Akuma players? Jay Caesar played Akuma a little bit, but more familiar with Kage. It's gonna be a good one.
Absolutely. And what else is great is watching Juicy on Tuesdays with Street Fighter V and Tekken 7. Of course, Wednesdays with the Tekken 7 and Dragon Ball Z. Another great thing, Florida Caliber. Join their Discord. Definitely check them out. Learn to play competitively with weekly lobbies and stay up to date with events in a very welcoming, wonderful community.
So I gotta
Wow.
ask you, Flexes. So there's no Chun-Li in Texas. I mean, excuse me. There's no Chun-Li in Tekken. Excuse me. Who's your Tekken character?
The other Kung Fu master, Lei Wulong.
Oh, what a solid choice. Okay, cool. I don't see that
course.
character too often.
No, he's a difficult pick for most people. Even I struggle with him, and I'm not even remotely good at Tekken. I just like the character. Based off of Jackie Chan. Obviously does Kung Fu, so does Chun-Li. That's what her fighting style is based off of. I do Kung Fu as well in real life, so I kind of have closer ties with those two characters.
Oh, that's so cool. Lei Wulong is kind of like a nostalgic character for me because back in the day, okay, we're gonna do some boomer talk here. Back on the PS1 days, there would be these funky looking discs. They were like these trial discs that had like 20, it had like 15 to 25 demos on them. There'd be like Volume 1, Volume 2. One of the volumes had Tekken 2 on it. And on that trial for Tekken 2, that demo, there's only 2 characters. It was, I forgot who it was. It was Jin's mom and Lei Wulong. And so I always, anytime I think of Lei, I think of him in Tekken 2. And like, he was one of the characters that had all those stances. And I always thought he was pretty cool too.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
nostalgic character.
Yeah, in the most recent Tekken 7, that's something he's definitely known for, is the man of many stances. I say he has the affinity gauntlet of stances because he's got like 7 different ones.
Yeah, and no wonder you don't see him. I was predicting he was gonna be hard, and people are like, yeah, he's really hard. So I'm like, oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and unfortunately, like the difficulty level, there's not a whole lot that makes up for it. But it looks like Phoenix versus Itachi's Legacy up next.
Ooh, okay, so Caesar, I mean, looks like he got schmixed, so we'll see him possibly next week. But yeah, going back to Tekken for a second, when a character is difficult in Tekken, it's really hard. It's way harder than when a character in Street Fighter V is considered difficult. So there you go. That's why we probably don't see a lot of lays, but I would say my character is Jack 7. Tekken.
Ooh, not a bad pick.
I just like the big bodies, and when Tekken 7 came out on console and all that, I was like, hey, he's winning tournaments. What a good choice.
Yeah. But speaking of which, we've got Phoenix versus Itachi's Legacy up on deck next. This is losers quarterfinals for a chance to go into losers semis.
Yes, and so this is going to be a good one. Phoenix, I was joking with him on Twitter earlier. We basically said he's the calculated gorilla. So in the past, I forgot the name of that gorilla. It was Coco the gorilla, was known for sign language, and despite that, Phoenix is a very calculated. He plays like a gorilla, but he plays very smart. He knows all of his punishes. He knows the optimum stuff to go through. He's always optimal damage, optimal punishes, but he plays a little bit nuts, and he'll tell you that himself. That's his dojo. We gorillas, and so it's gonna be interesting to see if he sticks with Birdie here. We're gonna see, yes.
We are
Birdie.
seeing the Birdie versus the Ibuki. Definitely going to be interesting.
Yeah, so Itachi has a lot of experience against South Florida's best birdie. One of the best in the country, probably, Papa Guati. Plays a very, very different style birdie, but it's very good experience nonetheless. I'm curious to see what Phoenix can bring to the table.
Absolutely. Looks like Itachi's Legacy starting it off strong. Doesn't say Phoenix doesn't have a couple buttons to hit of his own. Gotta be careful if he's gonna throw out those soda cans, because Itachi's Legacy has the kunai to throw it on back. Keeping Phoenix in the corner with the crush counter. Gets the activation.
Okay, good damage. What's his guess? Regular throw.
Yes. Ooh. Wow. Nice.
Meterlit too.
Itachi's Legacy, yeah, closes out the first round.
So even though that's the first round, that's a huge statement. That's showing Phoenix, hey, you could do that all you want. I have the optimal punishes there.
Yeah, also has great neutral jumps.
Accidental command grab there. Unfortunate for Phoenix.
Oh, again, another accidental command grab. Itachi's Legacy goes for the activation.
Ooh, meaty, okay.
Oh! Ooh, this could be big damage. Oh.
Oh, jeez. Oh, and he probably could
Nice
have converted
overhead goes for his own critical art. This is gonna hurt. Yep, there we have it. One on the board already for Itachi's Legacy.
Yeah, and that was just Phoenix overextending with command grab. Maybe if he went for regular throw, of course it's so easy to say it after the fact, but yeah, that wasn't a free game for Itachi. It's just a decision or two that gave him the victory there. But we're gonna see what Phoenix does. He didn't play that bad. Some good stuff. One hit confirms. He had a punish here there. We're gonna see what he can provide here this game too. See, very optimal right there, confirming the stand light kick into the stand medium punch. Very good stuff.
Tries to go for the cross up. Nice blocks from Itachi's Legacy. Really playing the spacing game well. throwing up the kunai like it's candy. Gets the crush counter. EX kunai. V trigger activation. Tries to go for the side switch. Ooh, great cross up. Man.
Ooh. So Phoenix had a good block, and then the other two he didn't block. So unfortunately for him, like
That's
there
gonna
was no
cost
block.
him the round.
And it was gonna cost him run. He did good on a second and a half, and then left right, just gets wrong unfortunately. Ooh, Itachi. Having the smart set to recognize Crouch Pierce is a very punishable move. Don't really see that too often, actually. Ooh, that hurts.
And Itachi's Legacy gets a stun.
Okay,
Overhead.
Game 2's looking very convincing for him here.
Closes it out. 2 on the board for Itachi's Legacy. Phoenix just drowning in the kunai.
Yeah, so game 1 was definitely better, obviously better for Phoenix, but yeah, just Itachi's Legacy just played a more offensive game there, and it just worked out for him. Like I said, Itachi plays a grounded game, but like when he mixes you up, his setups are very good.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be moving on.
Yep, that makes Itachi's Legacy moving on into losers semifinals. Up next on deck, do we have Morosan versus Alex Dot Dot?
Yes, I think this might be the first or second time we've seen this on.
We've seen Morosan before. We have not seen Alex Dot Dot on stream yet today. That doesn't mean we haven't seen him before within the tournament. Very strong competitor. Definitely seen him around.
Yeah, very, very strong Blanca player. Plays a very aggressive Blanca, and it can be very hard for Akuma. You know, Blanca has good ways to get through that Akuma offense and defense. So I don't know what experience. We don't have many Blanca players in Florida. See what Morosan has. You know, what data he has on the character. I'm excited to see what he can provide us.
Absolutely. I'm definitely interested in seeing how this pans out. Now, mind you, too, Morosan, also strong competitor. We've seen a very strong Akuma from him. We have how many Akumas in top 8?
There were 1, 2. Buckle my sheet. Yes, 2 of them.
Morosan, Shin Akuma.
I think that's it. Yeah, that's enough Akumas for me if you catch my drift there.
Yeah, I think one too many in my book, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, we're just waiting on Alex Dot Dot right now. I'm not sure if he got me an invite. Let me double check. Maybe because he was definitely playing a rough match with his boy Shadow Ace. Came out 2-1, I believe. You know what happens? You know, even if you're separated the other side of things.
Yeah, it happens.
Alright, we got Alex Dot Dot in here.
There we go. So this could be an interesting one. I mean, if you think of one of the strong Blanca players in the world, Wolfgang, he at the time when Akuma was at his best, he thought Blanca actually fought him well then. So that just gives you an idea of how the matchup goes now. These two characters can fight each other very well. Akuma, very strong V-Trigger, but so does Blanca. V-Trigger 2 is nothing to smirk at.
No, definitely not. It's going to be interesting. Again, I'm not sure what Alex Dot Dot's going to play. We've definitely seen a very, very strong Blanca from him. Are we going to see that pick? And if so, that's going to be an interesting matchup against an Akuma. Yep, we're seeing the Blanca here. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, so you know, Blanca can do a lot of damage if given the chance. We're gonna see what happens here. I know Shin and Alex have played each other a lot. Not sure sort of this, so we'll see what Morosan can bring.
Absolutely. And again, too, matchup knowledge is key in this because Akuma might be a more common character to pick than Blanca. So having that understanding matchup knowledge of what Blanca's toolset is.
Yeah, and Exactly. Oh, I was just gonna say exactly. This character comes at you at 70 miles an hour, no slower than that.
Certainly not. As we're seeing there, Alex Dot already with the life lead. Trying to get out of the corner though. Tries to go for the rainbow ball, but gets punished for it. Nice anti-air from Marasan.
Okay, here's the party. Oh, but Marasan says, nope, no party for you. I'm eating all the cake. It's gonna be it.
Man. Closes out with the first round with the rainbow ball. The Blanca Space Program.
Yes, exactly. I'm so glad that you had that in your reel.
Oh, of course. I'm a huge proponent for the Blanca Space Program. The most efficient way to get into outer space.
It's through bananas, electricity, Pirorukus. Let's go. Oh boy, I see a little bit of skipping around here. I'm not talking about the jump rope. Hopefully the lag is a little bit better than it looks here.
Yes, a nice confirm off the low. Tries to go for a cross-up, doesn't quite work. Oh, misses the DP. He's gonna get punished for it.
Yeah, and you'll see Blanca players do that a lot. They'll do a lot of like rainbow balls, medium rainbow balls, and it kind of baits. You kind of want to anti-air that, but if you're not, if you do it wrong, then bam, you're gonna get punished on the way down.
Oh, great answer. Like to see the rainbow ball, but mind you, Marasan has full meter on deck. There is a V-trigger activation just about to talk about. Nice jump back away from the ball. However, Alex Dot does the reversal. Oh!
Ooh, man.
Really wants that W. Closes out the second round.
Marasan says, "Thank you so much for giving. Thank you so much for giving me the round. For giving me another chance." Ooh, Alex is probably kicking himself in the leg there.
Characters playing the neutral right now, really trying to test out the waters. Great blocks from Alex Dot on the cross-up.
Yeah,
looking for the confirm, and he has it.
Ooh, another good block there, man. He's good at blocking these potential cross-ups.
Absolutely. Nice jump forward away from the fireball.
It's another thing Blanca has. He has a very fast jump, and that jump roundhouse hits very low.
Absolutely.
Scary combination to have. Oh man, and Alex doesn't even have V-trigger yet. He's not gonna need it.
Nope. Closes it out there. One on the board for Alex Dot. Man, Alex Dot killing it right now. Shows no hesitation really with the Akuma matchup. You'd think that maybe it would be a little bit difficult to get in, especially if Akuma is using air fireballs or the demon flip. I'm like trying to think. I'm like, there's something flipping. The demon flip.
Pretty soon it's gonna be Marasan flipping Alex off because Alex looked pretty strong there, and you know it's have to be able to stop that Blanca play, and that's kind of hard. You know, Blanca balls, you know, they kind of get in through all the fireballs, fireball invincible. So, ooh, look at that shimmy.
Great work. Gets the stun already.
Another shimmy. There you go.
Really optimizing the amount of damage. Goes for the throw. Tried to go for the overhead, but gets punished for it. Alex Dot going for the activation. Oh.
You could tell Marasan wanted that confirmed that crouching media kick in the stand jab, but unfortunately, just a little bit, just a hair too far.
Match point for Alex Dot.
No anti there.
Oh,
There you go.
Punish on the DP. Gotta be careful, can't throw those out.
And Blanca could be tricky to anti. He has several things that change his jump arc. That's one of them right there. EX Rainbow Ball, the fact that he can control his trajectory.
Absolutely. Alex Dot breaks the throw. Being very careful for his spacing, gets a very nice jump in. Marasan retaliates, pushing back into the neutral. Alex Dot gets slide into activation.
This is gonna be dangerous. Ooh, nice V reversal. Actually, he doesn't have to deal with that mix-up. That dead?
Ooh. Oh, not enough to kill. Unexpected. Tries to go for the cross up. Oh, gets jab.
That disrespectful stand jab. He thought that, you know, you're either gonna go for throw or shimmy, and maybe the jab will beat both of them, and it did there.
That part was a little wild there with the rainbow
Yeah.
ball.
Yeah, you can control it, so that definitely makes it a little bit tricky.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's really able to keep Marson guessing. Again, match point for Alex Dot Dot.
No, the game is not started for Akuma until he has V-Trigger. Oh, I don't think he has a punish for that.
Oh,
And Marusan is lucky that those anti-air whiffs are, you know, not close enough for Alex to punish.
absolutely. Alex Dot Dot out of the corner goes for the V reversal. Really challenging Marson right now. Nice break on the throw. This is getting close. Alex Dot Dot playing it safe. Says, I've got the health. I want to back it up a little bit.
Marusan using the end of his V-Trigger. He's gonna have to make an honest comeback here.
Ooh, puts Marson in the corner. Says, I don't want to be there. I don't like that place. Goes for the crouching short. Pulls it in.
Blanco wins.
Man, that was so unfortunate there from, I mean, not biased. It was unfortunate because he had the amazing punish on that overhead from Blanca, and he wanted to go for maximum damage into the V-Skill launcher, but unfortunately, he's going to have to wait till Friday night to watch some Ultimate Marvel 3 vs. Parsec on Tampa Never Sleeps to see some good launchers in action, because that, honestly, sadly, was not a good one.
Alright, and that allows Alex Dot Dot to move on into losers semifinals and go against Itachi's Legacy. Man, what a match we saw there. Really, there are times when the tier of your character simply does not matter. It depends on how your gameplay is and how much you know the matchup. And I think in this case, that was proven with Alex Dot Dot. Very strong Blanca. Love to see it.
Yeah, definitely. It's just like you said, like, you know, they're talking in the chat, like, who plays Blanca in South Florida? I mean, who plays Blanca in Florida, period? And a lot of people are saying, you know, they're listing these people, but all those people, they have Blanca as a secondary. They're not Blanca mains. A little bit of a difference. But speaking of Blanca secondaries, Itachi's Legacy, I guess, is going to, correct, he's going to be facing
Alex Dot
Dot
Dot.
Dot.
Yep.
Yeah, so,
The
but this,
winner of this moves on to face Shinakuma.
yeah, so, you know, there's a small chance you might see a Blanca mirror, and Itachi likes to play V-Trigger 1 Blanca.
Yeah, it's
But I
definitely going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's the more I would say it's the more honest V-Trigger. It's a good V-Trigger, but V-Trigger 2, man, that's a totally different story. It's just one of those things. It's hard to not say yes to because it's that good. But you know, if I remember correctly, these two faced a few weeks ago in one of the Juicy online stuff, and Tachi dominated Alex. What you saw a lot was Tachi knowing the matchup so because he plays the character that he basically answered everything that Alex threw. So I'm kind of curious to see if Alex
Oh,
remembers
you
that.
are getting the Blanca mirror, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be interesting. Obviously, both people know their character very well. It's going to be a fun
So
one.
I didn't see the V triggers, but I'd like to see the V trigger 1 versus V trigger 2. Is that what we're gonna see? Yes.
That is, yep. Same V skill, but different V trigger. We're going to see utilization of different tools. Now, mind you, too, this is Alex Dot Dot's main, if I'm correct. Itachi's Legacy's secondary.
Yes, you are very correct here.
Yeah, Alex Dot Dot being very aggressive right off the bat. Nice anti-air though from Itachi's Legacy.
Looking good anti-airs over, and he's got it all so far.
I'd get like both characters are the same color. I feel like I'd get confused looking at who to
One just has more clothes than the other.
grab. Yeah,
One just has more clothes than the other.
basically one's wearing a shirt.
Yeah, exactly. But here's the advantage of one of the advantages of V-Trigger 1. It's only 2 bars, so get the party started quicker.
Absolutely. And as we're seeing there, Itachi's Legacy.
Taste of it.
Alex dot dot. Gotta be careful for the stun. Wakes up with the rainbow ball. Into the space you go, Itachi's. Oh.
And that was what a bait and a half there. The hardest part about fishing is choosing the right bait, but Itachi baited there and fell for the hook right there.
Absolutely. Nice anti-air from Itachi's Legacy.
Yes, optimal anti-air there too.
It's a great cross-up as well, followed by a nice neutral jump. Goes for the throw. Oh. Oh, it's gonna be a big punish. Be careful when you throw out the rainbow ball like that.
Oh, Alex plays a normally very offensive game. To see him block these 2 up balls, that's, you know, saying something.
Absolutely. Waiting for great opportunities to punish. As we're seeing here, Alex dot dot puts 1 on the board.
Well, you know, despite, you know, the showing there that, you know, Alex took those 2 rounds, that was actually a lot closer than the results showed. So, are we going to see a character switch? Are we going to go back to the tried and true Buki, or is he going to end the night on the, possibly end the night, or continue the night at the Blanca mirror?
I don't know. It's definitely going to be interesting. I'm excited to see it.
It was close. I mean, it wasn't a wash or anything. It was close. It was just that Tachi went for 2 reversal up balls, and they both got blocked.
Absolutely. Both players just kind of sitting around waiting for someone to do something. It looks like Alex out that goes for the throw 2 times in a row. Keeps Itachi's Legacy in the corner. Itachi's Legacy retaliates with the anti-air.
Yes. And he gets that access to early V-Trigger usage.
Absolutely. Oh, trying to go for the charge. Gets poked out of it.
Yeah, the ground shave, you know, you don't really see that too often. So Alex actually it looks like he reacted correctly.
Absolutely. Looks like Alex going for the throw again. Got the rainbow ball. Oh, Itachi's Legacy misses a throw, gets punished for it. Nice.
What a block.
This is a sweep.
So guys, you know, the one thing with fighting Blanca is only do you have to be able to, you know, punish the EX up ball on block. When Blanca's in V-Trigger 2, when it's V-Trigger 2 active and you block his EX up ball, you actually have to learn a different punish, an air punish, because you can actually cancel it on block. A bit later, but you still get a punish.
Uses rainbow. Get out of the corner.
Oh no, anti there for Itachi. Kind of want Itachi to win this because I just want to see more Blanca. Oh jeez.
From Alex with the throw. Man throw, closing it out.
And what a what a disrespectful reset. Stand fierce into EX command throw. Alex dot dot, you know, taking over Itachi this time. Maybe Itachi's gonna, you know, go back to Ibuki next time they face, but here you go, the winner so far. Alex dot dot moving on to losers finals.
Absolutely. Versus against Shinakuma. Alex dot dot had a hard way to go making it through losers, but finally here into losers finals. This is for a chance into grand finals. Are we going to see the rematch between Shinakuma and Shade Prince, or are we going to see something fresh and new with Alex dot dot versus Shade Prince on stream? Now Alex dot dot, I think, made some really great adjustments in that last match. He really started off offensively at the beginning. However, I think he did back off and he waited for great opportunities to really punish Itachi's Legacy.
Yeah, and and also, like you said, blocking those, you know, it's a hard read on defense. You know, wake up EX reversal, like it just didn't work out for Itachi, and Alex just was more prepared in the Blanca mirror there. But some fun facts, and it's one thing you don't know until you play V-Trigger 1 Blanca. So I thought the whole time that EX Rainbow Ball and Rainbow Ball in general you can cross them up with, but that's not true unless you have V-Trigger 1 Blanca. Just changes the properties of his special moves.
Yeah, definitely an interesting change as far as his moveset, and it's something you have to keep in mind when you're facing against Blanca. Now, I'm curious to see Alex Dot. Gonna see a possible Blanca more than likely. Shinakuma, obviously, with the Akuma. This match I feel like I've seen before, and maybe my past life where commentated a couple weeks ago. But what do you feel is the breakdown for it?
Oh, for this, for
the Akuma versus the Blanca, I mean, what are the strengths here? Because we see Alex great offense, but also super solid defense. But Shin Akuma is just a whole nother level when it comes to Akuma.
Yeah, definitely. So these guys have played a lot. I think they played each other offline once too. Yeah, I'll just say that Alex has a lot more experience fighting Akuma than Shin Akuma does fighting Blanca. But like I said earlier, compared to other characters, Blanca actually fights Akuma pretty decently. He has good ways to get through the air fireball, ground fireball. It's like when Blanca gets in, he can do a lot of damage. People don't realize it until they look at the results and bam, the Blanca just beat me. So I'm curious to see what Shin will do. Probably see demon flips. We'll see anti-air V skills. We're gonna see Blanca balls. We're gonna see aerospace dynamics at its best.
Absolutely. Gonna see definitely some outer space momentum from Blanca, from Alex Dot.
So guys in the chat, let me see what your prediction is. Do you think Shin is gonna take it losers finals, or do you think Blanca's gonna take it Alex Dot in losers finals?
Yeah, are we gonna see the salty run back? Well, I shouldn't say salty, but are we gonna see the run back from Shinakuma? Or are we gonna see something new with Alex Dot? Alex Dot going with the Blanca, Shinakuma, of course, with the Akuma. Starting it off. Now it's easy to differentiate who's playing who.
Yeah, but you are correct because both of these characters are very, very salt-inducing characters. So I'm not gonna be surprised if one of them, whoever loses, is gonna be a salty person. I don't blame them either.
I wouldn't say that, but what I will say, it looks like they're both starting out pretty evenly right now. Both getting great confirms either way. Alex Dot getting put in the corner at the moment, trying to find his way out. Shinakuma just has the pressure. However, gets punished for that Tatsu.
Yeah, that was just a bad cancel there for Shin. Unfortunate, but Alex taking advantage. Good punish. What a jump in.
Oh, another great punish. There is the space program. Closing out the first round.
And that was a conversion from almost full screen there too.
Absolutely. Yeah, I will say I think Blanca has some great tools to combat against the projectiles. Shinkuma's gonna have to change up his game plan.
Yeah, I mean, it might look silly if you aren't familiar. Like, man, this Blanca is just doing rainbow balls. Like, it's so weird. So rainbow ball has quite a bit of functions. It can be as a jump in kind of, and it also gets through fireballs. Just like that. Thank you.
I have to admit, Alex starting off not starting off, I should say, but going through the round just strong with the life lead in the corner right now. Shinakuma catching up though. Has the throw, putting in great pressure. Alex Dot though closes it out. One on the board.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a tricky situation there. Blanca kind of, he has a fast jump, but he doesn't jump far. So, Shinakuma, I think he was prepared to block the cross-up, but Blanca stayed in front. There you have it. Alex taking the first game.
Yeah, Alex is just doing great offensive play, and I think it's really important against Akuma's pressure.
And these guys have played each other a lot. They know what they're up to. Like I said, these two are they have very signature styles of play.
Absolutely.
Ooh.
I am liking the of the ball and the slide to combat against the fireball, as I said earlier.
And the ground pound working out wonders there, going over the slide. That was such a genius move. It's
Oh,
just
no punish on
hard
the
to read them
sweep.
both sides.
Interesting.
Yeah, good call out there because that's very punishable, and Blanca could probably get a stand fierce into a lot of damage and missed out on that. Okay, plus
Oh, chat says no, you don't get to activate.
yep, no activation there. Ooh. Oh, okay, off-round combos. Okay, Tekken. That's what I call the Heihachi tech right there.
Up into space you go, along with a short little cross up. Good blocks from Alex.
You know what they say, in space no one can hear you scream.
Apparently. Alright. Alex, you really playing now. Oh, goes for the command grab. Beautifully timed. Great answer to combat the projectile. Great
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah, it was kind of like a hard read too, but has a lot of star frames. But like you just said there, another tool to get through that fireball. Well, okay, Blanca ball working out. I think Shin right now is kind of getting tilted. Alex is like going through him, and Shin doesn't really get on tilt either. Oh, but maybe after this jump in, and he's gonna lose game 2. I think mental advantage. I think the mental advantage is going to Alex.
Yeah, great work from Alex. Really solid job. Closes it out. But we have one more.
Yes, we have one more, and this is Akuma. This is, I mean, even though your character can fight Akuma, Akuma is still Akuma. But, yeah, like Shadow Ace has said there, Alex has been playing very well tonight. Some one-hit confirms, very good confirms, good answers, good call-outs on the fireball. So, see what Shin can do.
Absolutely.
Shin, that.
Yep, looks like Shin needed a quick breather. Yeah, it looks like Shin needed a quick breather moving on down, but we're back in on it. Are we going to see any sort of character changes, or are we going to see just the Blanca again versus the Akuma? Shin is definitely going to have to make the right adjustments to combat Alex ... and that very strong, very well played, very clean Blanca too.
So, have you seen Akuma's V skill too, where he stomps angrily and he turns red? Shin Akuma had to do that.
Yeah.
I think Shin Akuma had to do an IRL. Like, he had to put down the controller. He did the angry stomp. He turned yellow. I mean, he turned red. All those birds appeared up out of his smoke, and he's ready. I think that's the technique that he's going for. Let's see what it can net him. He's going in with one eye. Pirate mode. Let's go.
All right. Again, Alex Delta with the Blanca, Shin Akuma with the Kuma. Yeah, it's definitely going to take some drastic adjustments from Shin Akuma's gameplay. Alex Delta already starting it off strong with confirms.
Empty jump low working wonders.
Play it a bit safer this time too. Oh, nice parry from Shin Akuma on the cross up.
Yeah, he's known for that. Just didn't work out for him. Blanca ball was nuts. I like the idea there of, I don't have to deal with it. I don't have to block their fireball if I just jump away from it.
Shin Akuma gets the throw. Tries to go for the anti-air. Nothing happens from it.
What a stand fierce by Alex.
Alex activates V-Trigger. Not enough quite yet. Shin Akuma wakes up with the XCP.
Alex,
Oh.
just go for it.
Ball, yes.
And that may, you guys might be like, hey, that's such a scrubby Blanca ball, but he still had V-Trigger too. He could have canceled it. That's something you always have to be aware in Blanca's and V-Trigger too. expect the unexpected. Stay fierce.
Nice anti-air from Shinakuma. Break on the throw. Oh, misses the anti-air that time. Alex Alta gonna get some good damage off of it. Puts Shin in the corner, but not for long.
Here you go, demon flips.
Ooh, I like the use of the V reversal there.
Demon
Good
flips.
block, Alex.
Oh, jeez. And yes, oh yes, the bar. One more hit will do it for Alex. Using these heavies.
Careful. Oh!
What?
Nice from Shinakuma.
What a walk under from Shinakuma. He heard me a little bit ago, learning that EX Rainbow Ball does not cross up unless you're in B-Trigger one. So, it's up to Shin there. You know, what a good response. Waiting to land and then stand medium kick to win.
Absolutely. Ooh, Alex Alta gets a crush counter.
Oni puts him closer and closer.
Yeah, challenge that Tatsu.
Yep.
The throw.
And I like that answer by Alex. It might not have been the biggest damage, but it was the easiest conversion. You know, just easy target combo. Sometimes, if it's simple, stupid, right? That's what they say.
Playing out spacing right now. Ooh, gotta be careful for the fireball. Wakes up with the rainbow ball. Gets out of the corner, slide into activate.
What a shimmy by Alex. He's been doing this all night.
Oh! Closes it out. Touches the ceiling.
That was, I think that was the last of the Blanca ball. So so fortunately for Alex, like, very end of the combo extended and he was able to get him with the last hit. Good stuff by Alex. I mean, it's not an easy feat to beat Shinakuma, and it's an even tougher feat to beat him 3 games in a row like that.
Absolutely. It isn't to say that Shinakuma didn't put up a great fight. It was definitely challenging, as we saw for Alex. But fortunately, Alex just had the slight advantage and moves on into grand finals against Shade Prince. I would like to say that I think Shade Prince is a bit of a bracket upset. Kind of unexpected. Obviously, we knew Shade Prince is a very talented player, but definitely unexpected.
Yeah, definitely unexpected, and also kudos to Alex. You know, he lost in winners round 2 to Shade Prince 0-2, but then he just stormed his way through the loser side of the bracket. So looking at the black bracket, Alex had to beat Monroe, Sia, Shadow Ace, Marusan, Itachi's Legacy, Shinakuma, and this is how he got into grand finals, folks. What a run that is.
Absolutely. Alex Dota has come a long way in this bracket, and he is here now in grand finals along with Shade Prince. Shade Prince really just doing a great job. We're seeing 2 different stories here come together. Now, again, Shade Prince gonna go with the Chun-Li. Love the costume. And as expected, Alex Dota with the Blanca. Definitely gonna be an interesting matchup. I could speak, of course, on the realm of Chun-Li. It's not that it's a difficult matchup because Chun-Li has great quick anti-airs, quick medium space and light space buttons, so.
And then earlier, Flexus, you said that, you know, you do a little bit of IRL Kung Fu yourself. How does Kung Fu stand up against Wildman antics of the Brazilian jungle?
Well, so far, Alex Dot seems to be doing very strong. Challenges the heavy legs. Seems like Shade Prince has had a little bit of a hard time starting off the round. Gets the rainbow ball with slide. Nice crush counter.
You know, with these 2 guys being in the Southeast, I wonder if they've played each other a bit offline in some of these offline tournaments.
The activation, heavy legs.
She's looking at damage.
Oh, nice throw. Allowed to be reversal in this house. I don't know what happened there. If that was a mistimed anti-air or what, but that seemed to work in Alex Thought's favor.
Yeah, EX Rainbow Ball is kind of a weird move to anti-air. It's like, if you have a move that's upper by invincible, like, always go for that route, or otherwise it tends to trade often.
Yeah. And unfortunately, that case didn't quite work out in Shade Prince's favor. Tries to go for an anti-air on the ball. And that's the strong thing too. You mentioned it earlier, with the ball, you can change the spacing on it. There's such drastic, whether that's the jump arc, whether that's the distance. And that's going to be difficult for Chun-Li, because once she commits to one anti-air, it can be very easy to be punished.
There he goes. More EX Rainbow Ball. It's not going to be the last time you see that tonight. Oh, look at these.
Combo from activation. Oh!
I
Nice.
think so. I think so
Nice
far
command.
Alex is 3 for 4 tonight with EX command throw from Blanca.
Yeah, it's really worked out in his favor.
Plus frames.
Oh, no.
That right there is only the second game that Shade Prince has lost tonight. This just shows you how dominating he's been tonight. But it's a good start for Alex.
Absolutely. You know, Alex, what a great read on his part with the EX spinning bird kick on Wake Up. Yeah, you're gonna have a big punish, and that was a risk Shade Prince took. Just didn't quite work out in his favor. Starting it off with some nice pokes followed by an anti-air. Again with a heavy punch. Oh!
So I mean, you might agree with me here. You might agree with me, Flexes, but like I feel like the one thing Chun-Li does have in this matchup is like long normals.
Absolutely. Lots of jumping there. That was interesting.
Ooh, the
cross up.
V-trigger 2, the shenanigans, the stuff that really works.
Oh, tried to go for a neutral jump punish, didn't quite work out, gets thrown.
What a block by Shade Prince there. He's seen it before.
Ooh. See, that is a good answer to the rainbow ball. EX spinning bird kick. However, that left Shade Prince without meter.
And the great part about the EX spinning bird kick is that it hits on both sides. So no matter what side it lands on, it's a good it's a good choice.
Absolutely, but you have to be aware that it does use meter, and that can be detrimental later on in the round, as you saw there. Gets a knockout heavy legs.
Sometimes you pay for the nice things in life, right?
Yeah.
You pay for quality here.
I do appreciate Shade Prince's confirmed with the EX legs. Tries to go for the air to air, didn't quite work out in his favor. Knocked down on the heavy legs again.
Oh, Shade Prince just missing out on the shimmy there. So happens when you're charge character, you don't have charge.
Alex ... great jump in, goes for the critical art. Is this gonna kill? Not quite, but it does a lot of damage.
One more throw will do it.
Oh.
Was that spinning EX spinning bird trading?
I
Blanca
don't
wins.
know what happened there.
Let me pull up the ESPN replay. Oh, I'm too slow. Yeah, I think it kind of traded there. So these trades, like, man, I'm not surprised if Alex just jumps on the internet, buys some stock tonight, because the stocks are looking good for him. The trades are working out in his favor.
Gotta see some kind of adjustments from Shade Prince right now. It is looking like a struggle for Alex and being stuck in the corner. Oh! Great work from Shade Prince with the air legs. Gets back thrown into the corner. Shade Prince gotta make a move.
And a reminder, guys, it was actually Shade Prince who put Alex in losers 2-0.
Bunch of jumps there. Interesting. I don't know if there's a misinput or just wanting to jump and have a good time. Breaks the throw. Oh! Just slightly missed space on the spinning bird kick. But doesn't matter. Works out in his favor.
Round 2.
So this could be the start of something. I mean, Alex definitely wants that reset.
Man, Shade Prince. back fierce. Alex might have to play it a little more defensively if Shade Prince is willing to challenge his offensive play.
He's forcing Blanka to play more civilized, but you know, Alex doesn't want to do that.
Nice with the back fierce again, followed by the cross up. There, critical art.
And
Not enough to kill, but enough to definitely do some work. Goes for the stomp, closes it out, puts one on the board. Shade Prince back in the action. Has a pulse, ladies and gentlemen.
and
No,
Flexus,
yeah.
Flexus, I hope you're taking notes on that dirty side switch that actually gave such a momentum shift there to Shade Prince. That was pretty dirty stuff, but he's gonna have to win 2 more games if he wants to take this bracket.
Fight.
Nobody wants to get the bracket reset against Blanka. You have to fight him some more.
Try to go for a back fierce. No punish on it. That is okay. Nice anti-air followed by the side switch.
And his combos tonight have been really good, and that's why he's in grand finals. Look at that shimmy. Ooh, in the front.
Oh, I like the walk back away from the throw. Nice. Prepared for that jump in with the spinning bird kick. Try to go for an air to air there. Didn't quite work out with the rainbow ball.
Ooh. Get plus
And
frames.
Stuck in the corner. Tried to go for another spinning bird kick. Oh! That was a slide under rainbow ball. That was such a strange exchange. Goes for the activation.
Yeah, Alex is gonna say, you know,
Yeah, Alex is
He's-
just gonna wait for Shade Prince to make a mistake.
I think that's another thing. You know, despite having all the good tools, Chun-Li may not have the best way at approaching an opponent. Approach this, says Alex.
Round 2. Fight.
This is the round 4 bracket reset. Alex starting off strong with the throw.
Oh, what a great roundhouse. Okay, that's what we want to see, Alex. We want to see these anti-airs. You know, he's another player that sometimes his anti-air game is on and sometimes it's completely off. So good to see him turning it back on.
And again with the throw, then the shimmy. Love to see it. Tries to go for the air to air, doesn't quite work out with the rainbow ball situation. Nice patience from Shade Prince. Again, great blocks. Shade Prince waiting for the opportunity, tried to go for the spinning bird kick, didn't quite work out.
You got a bracket reset. So you know, Flexus, I think we're gonna have to eat our own words here, as we both said. EX spinning bird kick is such a great tool for the EX Blanka ball or rainbow ball, but man, Alex has been shutting us up.
Absolutely. It seems like it's trading every time. It's just not quite working out in Shade Prince's favor.
Yeah, and it's like it's almost like Blanka gets 3 times the damage that Chun-Li's delivering on those trades there. So Alex is taking notes, and he's just doing it. He's doing it quite often. So why not? It's working out in his favor.
Yeah, that is the thing with Chun-Li though. In any matchup, really is. Although she has great neutral game and very solid buttons, she does not have the damage output. Her damage scaling is pretty significant, especially compared to some other characters. So it is going to be a bit more difficult for Shade Prince to really keep up as far as the damage output goes.
You know, I wasn't expecting to go. I was expecting if there was a bracket reason to be 3-2, but and I think Alex is just getting more and more confident that the shenanigans, the Blanka buffoonery is working out, and so I'm excited to see what this new set brings.
Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be interesting. We'll have to see if Shade Prince makes the correct adjustments. It's even playing field now with the bracket reset, so it could be anyone's game. sticking with the Chun-Li and the Blanca. Pretty expected. V skill 1, V trigger 2 with the Blanca this time.
Yep. It's a good one. I mean, it just does quite a lot of things. It can extend combos. It gives them new combo opportunities. Makes wake up EX Rainbow EX Upball a little bit safer. It gives them a lot of pressure.
Alex got that, realized he chose the stage, but Shadow Prince did announce he wanted to play it out.
Okay. So, I don't know if you guys heard that. So, didn't realize about the stage change, but they said it's all right. We want Soccer's brother to watch this set as well.
Alex Dot Dot with the V trigger activation. Goes in for the throw, keeps Shade Prince in the corner. Throw again. Shade Prince wakes up with the EX leg followed by V trigger activation. Ooh, that was a risky play throwing out that heavy kick there.
He's gonna go for chip.
I don't think it would have mattered if he even went for chip because Shade Prince looked like he hit a button there.
Yeah, exactly. No, like I always say, if it's to take the first round, it's always worth the meter.
Absolutely. Spend the meter because you will always earn it back. Gets knocked down with heavy legs. Nice anti-air. 1, 2, 3.
There you go, proving that Chun-Li players can only count to 3 as stated earlier.
Yep.
Oh, jeez, Blanca.
Careful with the stun meter. There it is there.
Blanca.
Gonna close out this first or second round, I should say. My apologies.
And those two both heavy up balls. Blanca wanting to get to space sooner than later.
Tries to go walk under. Didn't quite work out. Nice anti though.
Look at that shimmy. What a sweep. Okay.
Goes for the throw. Misses the throw that time. Nice anti-air from Alex.
Yes.
Missed time from Shade Prince. Gets big punish for it.
Man, this EX Blanca ball has been so key to Alex's victories tonight.
And great anti-air. There's the activation. Goes for the guard break.
Ooh! You're gonna get.
Oh! Gets command grab!
It's close. Okay. Oh man, this is anybody's game now. Because Chun-Li can stand fierce into critical art.
Oh, gotta be careful. Oh my goodness, I'm surprised Shade Prince didn't go for the critical art there. It doesn't matter. Double EX leg goes out.
Oh no!
Match.
That was so unfortunate for Alex. So what you saw there was he went for like light rainbow ball or EX rainbow ball, what have you, and then Shade Prince tried to use EX legs as a punish. It punishes some of the Blanca balls. It didn't reach. It missed, and then I think Alex tried to react with something else, and he got counter hit into losing this first game of the set. So,
Seeing an adjustment from Shade Prince right now. Now, is this going to carry on? Is Alex going to make adjustments? Looks like Shade Prince being
good.
more aggressive. Tried to go for the anti-air. Didn't work. Doesn't matter anyway.
yeah, and I really like that the two light confirms from Alex. It just shows mastery of the character right there. Ankashimi's good since day one. Wow!
Side switch activation. Another side switch.
Yeah, that was a tricky one by Blanca.
For the cross up. Nice block. Gonna be big damage. Man, Shade Prince. Shade
Oh.
Prince, side to side, back and forth.
That was definitely a great display of character. You know, despite him getting the bracket reset, that was some great display of fighting the character, knowing the great punish for EX up ball.
Absolutely. but Shade Prince has tools on deck as well. Nice legs. I guess that's an answer for ball. V reversal combat the pressure that V trigger activation has.
Okay, what's the setup for crush counter? Oh, just goes for throw.
You know what? It's simple, it's clean, it's easy, it gets the job done.
Final round.
We ain't talking about OxyClean either.
Nope, we talking about a throw to close out the match. Nice anti-air from Shade Prince. Tries to go for the anti-air, gets a trade.
Yeah, and that trade actually worked out in favor for Shade Prince that time. Ooh. One
Oh,
too many.
gotta be careful.
Shade Prince took that up.
Oh, that could have been a bad for Shade Prince. That anti-air
Yep.
got punished. Another trade on this here.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, big punish? That could be it.
Yep. This is gonna
Wait,
be
I
enough
think he's
kill.
still alive.
Not quite.
We try to go for stomp. Grab him. Grab
Oh.
her.
V reversal.
What a block by
Oh.
Shade Prince. Except for the last one.
And thrown up in the air. Oh, Alex evens up the scoreboard. Puts one on the board.
Waka wins.
And what a great choice by Alex. Using the stand medium kick as their meaty has a lot of active frames. Easy cancel into target combo. Alex, man, he's still in this.
Very unexpected. I thought Shade Prince was gonna close out that round,
Fight.
but we're seeing that the damage scaling is very real with Chun-Li, and her critical art doesn't have as much damage as some other ones do.
There you go. There's that medium kick target combo I was talking about earlier. Easy confirm.
Following up, nice anti-air, followed by the side switch. Pushing Alex into the corner.
And another thing I really like about Shade Prince's play is that even though that the anti-air is trading or it's losing, he's still adamant about keeping his anti-air game solid, going for it every single time. He's not getting his mind changed about anti-airing.
Absolutely. And we see it's worked out quite a bit in his favor. Nice blocks from Alex Dot, but Shade Prince makes that save with the V-trigger activation. Ooh, nice shimmy. I didn't know what side they were gonna land on. Don't know if they did either. Oh,
Yeah.
nice neutral jump from Shade Prince. Wow. Oh! Great neutral jump again. Says you cannot command throw me today. Really trying to play it safe right now.
Ooh, Shade Prince trying to make him bite on the shimmy.
Oh! You know, we talked about this. We talked about this because it said didn't it worked, and then it didn't work. Right there, it worked in Shade Prince's favor. Got him around. I guess it's just a matter of timing. Mind you, Shade Prince does go into the round with 2 meters. Well, yeah, 2 meter. Ooh, nice air to air. Gonna put on the pressure. This is a
Or-
beast.
Here you go, Shade Prince. Not per turn, but he's going to anti-air every single time.
Shade Prince. Gotta be careful in the air with the rainbow ball. Backs off. Gives Alex some space.
Plus frames.
I think he tried to go for the air there. Again, didn't quite work out. Oh, that could have been bad. No
I
punish.
think that's exactly what Alex
Oh,
wanted.
again! I'm scared!
I think that's what he wanted.
There we
Ooh.
go.
I
Third time's a charm, ladies and gentlemen. Third time's a charm.
Chun-Li wins.
think that's what Alex wanted every single time to bait it out, but I think he couldn't think of a way to like take advantage of that.
Absolutely. Second one on the board for Shade Prince. Man, those 3 EX spinning bird kicks, they had me sweating. I thought the first time and the second time they were going to get punished. I like the thought process in Alex Stott's short with the bait. But that third time just didn't quite work out. Air-to-air throw, not something you see often. Following up the fireball with the back pierce.
Man, so this Shade Prince is 2 rounds away from taking his first Juicy Weekly.
Playing it safe. Wants that perfect. Ooh, nice air to air. Works on his favor that time around.
Man, this round is a display of the correct normals to use the Chun-Li here.
Alex finally gets him in. Shade Prince stuck in the corner. 2 throws in a row.
Here
Alex
we
has
go.
the trigger.
The party started. He got hit by that last time.
Thrown up in the air. Does Alex have the combo to finish it off? Not quite.
I don't know what he did there. That was kind of a cool situation, but Shade Prince now opting to go for the quick rise.
Shade Prince really playing it safe right now. Oh! Worked out! Sparks it in like a vortex! With the EX spinning bird kick. Set point.
You can tell that Alex wanted to be right outside the range so that he could punish, but he was just a hair too close.
Shade Prince already starting it off. Strong air to air. Followed by a great combo. Mashing that medium punch like no tomorrow gets the stun. Now mind you, Shade Prince does have... Oh. Ends the tournament with a perfect KO. Ladies and gentlemen, you have this week's Juicy Game Night champion, Shade Prince with the Chun-Li.